Hey my loves, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be testing some new things by Colourpop. So I have the Colourpop Gone Matte Eyeshadow Palette. So this is a pressed powder palette. This has 30 shades in it. I really like Colourpop's packaging. It's like that super soft matte material. So I'm going to take this out and show you guys, but I'm also going to be testing the new Blotted Lip formula. So this is Keep Calm and Blot On. So I actually got all 6 shades of this. So when I got these two, I got them together as a set for, I want to say around like $64, $65. But now after looking on Colourpop's website, I don't see this as a set together. I think the palette is around $34 and then these are about $7 each. But getting them together was an amazing deal that I couldn't pass up. So let me go ahead and pull the palette out. And today is actually my birthday. I am 26 years old and you guys, I am feeling so old. So here is what the palette looks like inside. And again, it is an all matte palette, but I love this palette. I love the cooler tones over here, but you also get some warmer tones. I really like the purple shades. I'm really attracted to those ones. I'm really excited to play around with this. Again, we're going to be testing this out. I am only going to do one eye look just for today because I am having a birthday party later on tonight, but I am going to swatch all the blotted lips. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. I've already got my eyelids primed. Personally, for me, I don't do a whole lot of all matte eye looks, so I guess we're going to see how this goes. I really want to point something out. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I buy something from the Colourpop website, they either have dings in them, the shadows are like bubbly. It's so weird. I want to point this out if you guys can see. So right here, it has like bubbles in it. It's so weird. And then same with this shade, it kind of has like dig marks in it. A lot of them do. I don't know. It's really, really strange. I feel like this happens every time I buy one of their palettes. But definitely this shade down here. This shade is really, really bad. I don't know. I feel like when I get the palettes from Ulta, they're not like that. Only when I get them from Colourpop. So I just wanted to point that out. It's not like a big deal or anything, but I do think it's a little bit strange. So again, let's go in with a purple look. So I'm going to first start with the shade at the top, and this is called Pillow Fight. This is just going to be my up above the crease shade. So there's a lot of kickback in the pan. So like I said, I'm just going to blend this right up here just for a little wash of color. So I would say this shade is in between like a pink and a purple. So I'm probably going to use a lot of different shades. We're going to go ahead and really deepen up the crease now. So I'm going to use this same brush and I'm going to go in with this shade called Very Velveteen. I think is how you pronounce it. And I'm pretty much going to do the same thing with this shade. Just blending it right up here. I like that this shade is actually a lot deeper. Very, very pretty purple shade. So I really want to go ahead and deepen up the outer V in the crease now. So I'm going to take the shade Velvet Dress. So I first just really want to start by like building this shade up. So I'm just going to start working my way right through the crease. Oh yeah, as you guys can see, like I picked up the tiniest amount on my brush. Like, it's so weird because when I'm dipping into the shade, I'm really not picking up a lot of product, but it is applying like I'm putting like a lot of product on my eye, but I'm not. Like I don't want anything too dramatic today. I do just want like a slight wash of color. So now that we have that dark shade laid down, I'm going to go with the one right above it and it's called a Cushion Cut. And I just want to use this pretty much right here, like directly into the crease. Because I'm honestly terrified of the last shade. I feel like if I was to put full force down on that, it'd be super dark. And I feel like I can get almost the same intensity that I want with this shade. Oh yeah, see, I can pretty much get this one as dark as I wanted the eye look. So I'm going to go back in with Very Velveteen. So the third shade in the center of the purple row. And this is going to go to blend everything out. At the very end, I might add some more deepness to the outer V, but for now, I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to go back in to the first shade we used called Pillow Fight. So I'm going to go back in with Cushion Cut. So it's not the deepest purple, but it's the one before that. Here is what we are looking like with this eye done. I really, really do like it. So now I'm going to go ahead and we are going to cut the crease and we're going to add a lid shade. As always, taking the CoverGirl Undercover Concealer. And literally, you guys, earlier when I was doing my foundation base, I pulled out my concealer and I dropped a big glob on the side of my vanity, right? And I'm like, okay, I better clean this up right now. I'm going to forget. What did I do? I literally forgot. I look over and it's literally all over my shirt, like in different spots. I knew if I didn't clean it up in that moment, I was going to get it on my shirt. And I definitely didn't clean it up when I should have. And now I just got a big freaking mess everywhere. Like, can't wear this shirt now. And foundation and concealer just does not come off. Like, you need a literal freaking like stain spray. And this is what happens when I'm in a rush. Like, I literally have like an hour to leave my house and be to the school to get my daughter. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease really quick. You guys, I literally can't deal with it. Dropping everything, like, what a freaking mess. And I just lost my blush mirror. The only mirror that I literally use. I just can't take it today. So I'm just going to go back in with a cushion call. So this one right here. And I just want to add just a little bit right here on the edge of the cut crease. So I think for the lid shade, I want to take shade from the Pink Row. And it's called You're a Fox. Or You're a Faux. Excuse me. I always want to say Fox, but it's Faux. And I'm just going to pat that all over where I cut the crease. So maybe I'm going to take a little bit of the purple shade called Pillow Fight. So the lightest purple tone shade. I just really want to see how this will look over top because I feel like the light shade just doesn't look right. So I'm going to leave that eye as is. I might add some wing liner. I'm not really sure. I'm definitely going to add false lashes though. But really quickly, I'm going to get off camera. I'm going to finish up this eye. And then when I come back, we are going to test out every one of the new blotted lipsticks. So I'm back and I absolutely love this all matte purple look. I think this is so pretty, but I'm really excited to have an all matte palette this big in my collection. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to take Big Hugs and Cushion Cut. So I'm first going to go in with Big Hugs and I'm just going to run this right along the lower lash line. Not being too precise, just making sure there's some color down there. Out of all the shades that I tried today, this one really doesn't have any kick up in the pan like the rest do. Then I'm just going to take the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH43 brush, going into Cushion Cut. I'm going to keep this really close to the lash line. So for the inner corner in the brow bone, I'm going to take the lightest shade, and this is called Fluff Up. So now on for the blotted lips. I'm not going to do them in any particular order. So what I got from this formula is it's pretty much going to be super light coverage. I don't think you're going to get like a lot of pigment from these. So again, I did get all 8 shades. Let's go ahead and swatch Super Mellow first. So this is what it looks like. So here is what the packaging looks like. Here is Super Mellow. So I'm going to swatch everything on the back of my hand and also my lips. So here is what the hand swatch looks like. That looks really, really pretty. These smell so good. Like again, you don't get a lot of pigment, but I think this is a really, really nice wash of color. I'm excited to get into the deeper shades to see how pigmented and vibrant they are. So here is the shade Super Mellow. Next up, we have the shade Taken. Next, we have the shade Missin' You. We have the shade Shook. Next up, we have the shade On Film. Next up, we have the shade Los Feliz. or Los Feliz. Next up, we have the shade Otter. Last shade is Melty. So guys, final thoughts on this whole collection. Palette, I'd give a 10 out of 10 stars. Absolutely, you guys. It's an amazing all matte palette. And if you've been looking for a good one, I highly recommend this. I always get good results with Colourpop's eyeshadow palettes. I feel like they always perform very well. Even though mine always come with dings and digs, that still doesn't take away from the pigment and the way that they perform. So 100% would recommend the palette. And as far as the lip blots go, you guys, I can't even pick one favorite because I loved them all. Here are these swatches once again. And you guys, I loved every single one of them. If any of you guys watch my channel, you guys know I'm a neutral kind of girl, like a brown lip kind of girl. But I loved every single one of these shades. They're super creamy. They almost feel like a chapstick. I don't know if you guys have ever tried. They're the Maybelline lipstick, and then CoverGirl has them as well. On one side, they have a lipstick, and then on the other side, they have like the white clear chapstick. That is exactly how these feel. And again, the pigment isn't super like in your face, but it is more of like, exactly like the name says, it's more of like a blotted formula where you're supposed to like kind of blot it. Really, really do like them overall. And I do think they're worth it as well. If you guys can get these in a bundle for a little bit cheaper, save yourself some money, I definitely recommend doing that instead of paying $7 a piece. Or if there's only certain shades that you're interested in, just pick up the shades that you're going to like, because Colourpop does a no return policy. So once you guys order stuff from their website, you're not going to be able to return it. So make sure it's something that you're really going to want in your collection. So yeah, if you guys ended up liking this video and you guys want to see more videos like this or more videos with this palette, please give this video a big old thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, please let me know. And I really got to get going, guys, because I'm going to be late to pick my daughter from school and I do not want that. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.